My name is Yabissa, Ibosim, Eivissa, but everybody calls me Ibiza. My sunrise, every day. Some consider it a show and pay a lot of money for it. Some don't see them at all and admire them in pictures. I'm there every day with my sunrise. Thousands of years ago, people came to me to live and even to die because they felt the magic. And you know what? For this I love the internet, to read stories about me, the truth as well the untruth, because only I know the real truth about myself. It is the year 2022, the time during and after the pandemic, with a complete stop. What I see as detox for me and my nature, the silence, the animal world, no trash outside, but also my people who were suddenly locked up, had financial problems, had to close their shops, and some of them had to leave me in tears. The first time I saw a lot of sad stories, desperate people with existential fears. I could no longer satisfy many with my pure beauty and my sincere love of continuing to be a fruitful earth. I haven't given up. I have continued to protect nature, the magic, and the spirit to restore strength, spread happiness, and have met some again for love, as well as many new people, as always, adopted and welcomed for vacations. However, I still hear today, Ibiza has changed. It's an island only for the rich. It used to be better. The club scene is dead. The music is dead. The spirit is no longer there. Ibiza is dead. But why? I've survived many crises. Saw a lot come and go. Much joy and sorrow. Lots of money and poverty. Lots of rumors and truth. VIPs instead of very important souls, ruled by the clubs, with plastic ribbons that had more value than real values. Especially in the world of the music scene, I became known worldwide, with a special spirit. You can even read about it and see a lot of documentations. Of course, the real spirit can never felt through it. My spirit will always be felt if you are open to it. Because I have adopted so many, carried their stories and protected them from all crises in order to pass them on from generation to generation with all changes. My farming families lived very traditionally in agriculture with traditional music. The so-called permissive and free-spirit people came over and slowly settled here. The hippies. They brought with them different music, a different style of dress, and different views of freedom. They were comfortable with me. My farmers were horrified, didn't want to accept them at first, and had concerns. I adopted them because they were peaceful. They have brought a change to our routine and everyday life. Yes, and also mixed up. The music, it was so spiritual. They drummed to my beautiful sunsets and thanked me for every day. They tried drugs. They were always protected by me because they were peaceful. Glitter, gold, disco, colorful and tight suits. I saw and heard many new beats and sounds with wild pool parties and synthetic drugs. Countless as yet unwritten world stars gradually moved to me to celebrate and live. The farmers and the hippies? Oh, they were horrified. They were scared. However, I adopted them because they were peaceful. They have brought changes to our routine and everyday life. Yes, and also mixed up. Their music, their style of clothing, and their way of partying. I had to record that in order to pass it on to you. Incredibly loud bass, unusual rhythms. People in black clothes, even in daylight with black sunglasses. The farmers, the hippies and the glam rockers? Oh, they were horrified. They had concerns. However, I adopted them because they were peaceful. They have brought changes to our routine and everyday life. Oh yes, and also mixed up. They were pioneers, enthusiastic about a completely new style of music that was not accepted everywhere. With me they could meet, exchange ideas and, above all, live out their style. I had to absorb this special spirit of sticking together and the revolution of a new music and style in order to pass it on to you. Yes, I have changed too. My climate, my earth, which offers more space for buildings, my water, which is used for more people. I carry more rubbish on my shoulders, and in my seas. However, my character has remained the same. I am still adopting. Whether rich or poor, hippie or influencer, loud or quiet. The main thing is that they are peaceful, respectful in dealing with my nature, which I protect, as well as the magical spirit of my story that they feel. This is my magic that no crisis can take away from me. We will write a new history together. Where's the history going? Certainly in a good, maybe a mix of everything. Or, as in the fashion world, all styles come back and spread their attitude towards life of the time in which they were created. We are all changing over time and always writing the story together and constant change. However, the values cannot be changed. Love, respect and diversity to protect and spread energy with my magic. I was and always will be an example to the world. Me, as a small island called Ibiza, with a lot of history and stories written here. Not to forget, I was only talking about small changes in the way of the music world. Peace and love from Ibiza to the world.